What's up YouTube, welcome back to MMOSWORLD. We are here taking a first impressions look at DK Online, which also stands for Dragon Knights Online. It's a classic MMORPG out of Korea that had a relaunch on Steam pretty recently, and we're going to be spending 10, 15, 20 minutes checking out the game, seeing what your first steps are. So once you download the game from Steam, it has a relatively small MMORPG file size download compared to the rest. It's only about 10 gigs. So this is the screen that you'll see once you click play for the first time. Let's go ahead and click connect. See what happens next. Oh, we gotta click create first. Let's see character creation.
The natural swiftness and wire restraint. Originally little more than a rebellious border clan, with the founding of the Radice Empire, the humans quickly became a central power in the land. Though still considered a young and developing culture, the humans have already proven their...
Yeah, that doesn't work. The loud background music and a voiceover explaining the races is not a good mix, but it's interesting that they do have English localization and voiceovers for that. So anyway, I'm going to turn down the in-game music real quick so we can focus on what these races are. We've got 5. We've got the humans, of course. We have elf. We have gray elf. We have lichens. And finally, the deals, or the dials. Of course, the child-looking one. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, let's go with elf. And, there's no information about any, racial bonuses or passives on this screen. But they do have their own lore and stuff, so let's go ahead and click next and see what happens next. I'm gonna be bumping up the in-game volume again. Okay, so here we are, character creator, zooming in. Let's take a close look at the graphics real quick. Models and textures, DK Online has been around for quite some time, so I guess from the offset it just looked kind of decent, but how will it look in game is the real question when compared with all the environments in the background and everything. You can preview the types of armor you can get based on the level or your level. And we have 2 classes that can play with the elf, so 2 compatible classes, which are the warrior and the sorceress. So I'm gonna pick sorceress for this one. Let's see how it plays out. So I guess there's gonna be some racial locks with classes and gender locks and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, if I zoom out you can actually see her panty, which is so typical for an Asian game. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out some facial builds here. About 10 or so choices to pick from. The eyes kind of slants, which is kind of weird. I'm going to go with that one. You can pick hairstyle as well. How much hairstyles do we have? A decent amount to start off with. So I guess it's safe to say, character customization, not too bad. And nothing to shout about either. Accessories, you can change what you're having on your forehead if you want to. And finally, add all these facial deco markers. Armor type, you can preview what you're wearing in terms of color. I'm going to go with red, because why not? And once done, just enter a name. And let's go ahead and click create. Now it's interesting to note, when you go to the Steam store page, DK Online, the first thing you'll notice is the amount of reviews that it have. And they're heavily skewed to mostly negative, because the #1 complaint that I see in those review sections is that this game is heavy on the cash store and heavy emphasis on pay to win. So we'll go ahead, jump in, and check it out. Oh, secondary password. I love when games do this. I will be right back.
Before time, 2 goddesses created the world of Litos and filled it with races of every description. The most powerful among them were the dragons, who ruled the land with wisdom and justice to ensure peace. Then, the evil dragon Karvag was born. Karvag sought to be the sole ruler of Litos and ordered his assassins to slaughter the other dragons. Raising an army of warriors, he stole countless lives. A few brave souls took a stand against Karvag's terror. They called themselves the Dragon Knights. They came from a variety of races and could offer a variety of talents, from skill with swords to skill with spells. The fight was terrible, lasting decades, but they finally managed to tear Karvag's soul from his broken body and seal both away for eternity, or so they thought. Centuries passed, The land was cleansed of every vestige of Karvag's evil. Every soldier he had driven mad and forced to fight on his behalf was exterminated, and peace swept across the land. The reality of the strife faded to legend. Those directly involved were long dead, and tales of Karvag and the Dragon Knights were reduced to mere bedtime stories. But of course, the peace could not last forever. The races of Litos began to fight amongst themselves, and the 4 major kingdoms sought to expand their borders and influence. Minor territory disputes swelled into hatred and prejudice, which then erupted into war and tragedy. The new violence reawakened the ancient evil. Karvag rose again and began his conquest of Litos anew. His dark forces raged into the 4 kingdoms. Even the animals were corrupted by his dark magic and fought alongside his armies. The very land rebelled. Refugees fled as cities crumbled. Though they pledged vengeance, they needed power. Power to repel Karvag's onslaughts and attack in return. They needed the power of the Dragon Knights. They needed to become the Dragon Knights.
The camera can be controlled as demonstrated in the picture.
Okay, here we are in game after a really long story exposition scene, which if you go back and watch, you'll notice that the voiceover narration and the subtitles don't match up. They're confusing each other. I was confused, so I was just listening to the voiceover, and you gotta say it's like vomiting, because there's just so much story in there. So there's a voiceover as well that's gonna tell you how to move around in the world, and here we are. Welcome to the Bay of Bolt in Dragon Knight Online. So let's go ahead and zoom in, and can I turn my character? Yep, you can. If I take back what I said at character creation, I thought the graphics was decent, but yeah, this definitely looks like something and plays like something made in the last decade, you know, 2000 and 2010, and somewhere in that range. Let's take a look at the UI. You have your health bar up there and your MP bar for spellcasting and everything. PK for player kills, you can turn that on. So yep, PvP. I have a buff right now, the Grace of Eos. Premium points on the top right, which I believe is going to be, you know, cash store currency that you can buy for boosts. As you can see, they're all turned off right now. And then I'm on channel 6, so you can change channels. For example, lots of Asian games like these, you'll have a fun time grinding for monsters in the open world, and sometimes your favorite grinding spot is being taken, so all you gotta do is swap channels to an empty one. So let's take a look at the hotbar. Very simple at the bottom here. Attack, pickup, next target, fireball, firestorm, which requires about 50 RP, whatever that is. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to attack a baby gremlin. It's tab targeting from the looks of things. I just hit tab and I was able to target one of those. Let's go ahead and hit my fireball skill. And that is your combat animation. Let's do one more. Yeah, it feels kind of floaty right now. Okay, so let's go on and talk to Linda, or Lena, I should say, who probably has our opening quests for us. There's another wreck ship. What should we do? Let's, ooh, receive the Blessing of Haste. And I have a run speed buff now. Cool, for 19 minutes. Excellent. So let's go ahead and talk, view quest list, finding a village is what we need. Now you are wake up. Oh geez, okay, so localization in English hasn't been that great. I thought with all that voice acting prowess they were showing off that they'd at least get some of these dialogue right, but I guess not. This place is Bart Island. Really? It's Balt, spelled with a B-A-L-T on the right side. And never mind. Head northeast from here to meet Negua, the militia. The militias will guide you to the town. I will tend to more survivors before I return to town. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that. So there's another question mark on the minimap real quick, and let's go ahead and open the map. So here we are. This is the starter island, of course. Pit of Plunder, Bolt Forest, Bolt Plain, Ruins of Golem. It seems like, you know, you can do quite a bit of exploring before you even hit the town and get off the starter island. And I guess in this video we'll just play through a little bit in the starter island here, because we are, of course, giving you a first look. Now, unlike modern Asian action MMOs, you know, you don't hit your shift to sprint, or you don't have dodge combat rolling and things like that. This is a really classic MMO. You can even, you know, left click on the world to move. Let's go ahead and get rid of the channel thing so I can see my quest log. So let's take a look at the UI some more before we move on. You have the chat here, of course, world, party, guild, class, system. And at the way bottom there, you have, what is that, 12%? I guess that's durability, backspace, and experience points. I'm 35% into level 2 at the moment. Gremlin got too close. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Wow, without using your fireball. Oh, look at my health. Holy crap. I did not realize that. I was about to get my ass knocked up. Okay, so what do we have here? Hunting guide. Let's open that real quick. And it's opened Internet Explorer. No way. That's old school. We have transformation list. I can transform into my favorite beasts apparently, but I don't have the item to do so. DK shop inventory. So this is where your premium currency bought items will show up. The DK shop itself, which we'll take a look halfway through the video. Item dictionary. Cool. So all the items that are in game are in here. That's interesting. Nice. So you can actually browse all the items and sets in game. Ranking, I guess that's leaderboard. Yep, it's a leaderboard for classes. You have your character sheet, of course, which doesn't show much. It does have this thing, inclination. Oh, it's a lawful system in here. Cool. Do good and your inclination goes up. And of course, if you PK other players, then it goes down probably. This is your skill panel. That's it right there. I've got Firestorm, Ice Lance, and there's a bunch of other skills that I can get later on. You have guild skills as well, but I'm not in a guild, so I can't see them. Title and transform. Then we have the quest list, the teleport list for quick travel, messenger for friends list, finally guild, which I can't join right now. So let's go ahead and continue the quest to Negua. Hello, I'm Negua, the militia on Bolt Island. Finally, you got it right. Let's fight the village. Follow the road to the northeast and meet with the militia who will show you the way to the town. And that's going to give me 10 healing potion. Excellent. Ooh. Nice. Was that a level up? Let me check. Yep, that is a level up. So can I spend any more points? No. This is one of those games where I don't think you can, you know, earn skill points to spend in your, as you can see, stats here: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, and wisdom. I don't see that I have points that I can spend. So let's go ahead and pick up some of these new quests from him. Curing stung by bees. So what are we doing here? Deliver some miracle cure for bee sting. Sure. And clearing north gremlins. Kill those bald gremlins and bring their skins to me on your way. On your way means moving forward, not coming back to you. You know, some of these NPCs never learn. That's one. Let's see how much I can spam my fireball skill before my mana runs out. There is a cooldown, of course, on the fireball skill. You can see at the bottom. It's about a second. And once you get out of combat, that's when your MP and HP will start to regen. Now, these don't drop loot yet, so I won't have a need for it. So let's go ahead and turn this back into Negua. Oh, except he's moved. I see, so that's what he meant by on the way. You don't get a mount, of course, early on in this tutorial to quick travel between them, but that's what that buff boost was for. So here he is again. Okay, let's turn this in. Complete it. You are here in Negua's request. Thank you very much. This is not much, but I can't let you do anything. Please be careful. More potions. Ah, what am I? Level 3 now? Excellent. Okay, let's also turn in this one. The bee sting. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a shield and a... Oh, I have to select one. Well, in that case, I'm going to go with this one, I guess. And a new quest has popped up. These bees are flying around us. They're called grass bees. Their numbers are increased too much. Kill 5 grass bees and keep following the road. Yeah, sure, why not? First of all, let's open up my inventory and see what do I have. So far, I've only got old cloth on, so I'm gonna wear that real quick. Is that better? Old staff, 1, 2, 1, 2. Not much of an improvement, really. The UI could be better, honestly. I mean, for the Steam relaunch. So here are some grass bees. Let's go ahead and take them out. And this game does have a pickup skill too, like number 2's pickup skill. So let's go over and see if I can pick up anything now. If it's anything like Ion has the same thing where, you know, outside of combat you can rest and you can pick up your loot that you see dropped. But I do not see any like loot dropping anyway. Four and finally 5. And oh, there it is. Just what I wanted. So hit the pickup skill. And I have an extra healing potion right now. And you can preview more quests as well here. It just pops up in the UI. So onward we go to Leo, who is further down south. I mean, it's okay. I mean, if you're a fan of really classic style MMORPGs, real grinders, I should say, then I guess DK, Dragon Knights Online, would be something for you to check out if you've never played, you know, the first time around when it first launched or whatever, because it's a Korean game, so back then it didn't really have the proper localization, so now's your chance, I suppose. Okay, let's turn these in. Bees completed, and that's going to give me +0 leather glove. And I'm sure, you know, the gear, this is how they're characterized, your gear progression, +0, +1, +2, +3. A lot of Asian games do that. And now I've just got the cowhide quest, so I'm going to have to go and kill cows and get their hides, and that's going to give me an ice lens, a skill book. Right, so that's how you get some new skills too. Skill books can drop, and then I guess you just consume them and you have some new skills. So let's go ahead and wear our new item here, which is that one. And let's move on. Let's go get some cows. Hang on, Cindy has another quest for us. Wow. Oh, it's not Cindy, it's Crudy. I apologize, Crudy. Watch your back. The cows have become hostile. That's interesting. That's going to give me armor magic scroll, which can enchant leather armor, so that sounds important. Let's go and pick that up. So, both quests really, kill some cows. Let's go and do that. Ooh, one-shot cow kills. Excellent. Any leather? It looks like leathers and stuff are automatically added, so you don't have to bother about going right to where the cow is and trying to pick up stuff. That's kind of handy, that's kind of neat. Even modern MMOs, some modern MMOs don't do that. You have to go and loot the damn cow. So if there's a quest to kill 10 cows for leather, you have to go and loot all 10. Done. Let's go back to Xavier. Or move forward to Xavier. That's what's been going on. Yeah, move forward. Let me just check the system real quick. Let's go to... Oh, memory. What's memory? Oh, that's the teleport list. I'm looking for settings. I want to see graphics. I am playing on recommended, apparently. Windows full screen, 6900. Let's change that to 19. Actually, it looks good for 1600 by 900, actually. That's the graphic settings, and I'm sure even if I try and tweak it, it's not going to look as good as I think it would. It's age. It's definitely age. You can't escape that fact, but it's decent so far. Let's go ahead and turn that in. Cowhide complete. Now there's a couple more quests. Watch your back is complete too. Ooh, to upgrade your equipment, you need magic scroll for each type of your equipment and a certain amount of commission fee. Open the enchant window by pressing U, and of course there will be a chance of failure. So typical Asian game stuff. Annoying kobold mob. I'm guessing we're gonna kill some of them. Yep. And a pillow made of feathers. Bolt eaglers. Eaglers? That's new. Okay, so real quick, let's open up U. There you go. That's the enchant right there. And we're just gonna have to put the items in here and start enchanting and hope it doesn't fail. Wonder if there's like a fail stack mechanic like what Black Desert Online has. As for the skill book, let's go ahead and use that. And just like that, I now have Ice Lens. So let's go ahead and kill some Bolt Kobolds. Let's try my Ice Lens. That didn't do much damage. But yeah, it's cool. I do have new skills. At least that's something, you know, to play with. I still feel like my Fireball does way more damage. Yeah, look at that. It's one shot. I just leveled up to level 5 as well. So it's deceiving really, because you know what people are saying is leveling will be incredibly painfully slow once you're out of the tutorial, and in tutorial of course everything is just sped up for your convenience so you can get out there and start spending more money. One last kobold. Now let's go look for eaglers, which is over there. I think, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Walking eagles, that's interesting. And of course, no challenge, because my skills are just so damn powerful. Some AoE would be nice, because some of them are kind of clustered up like that. But in comparison, that was what that skill did, and of course I can attack using my melee. Let's see, because I'm a ranged, I'm a sorceress. Let's see if I have a ranged attack. I actually don't. My range attack, like your normal auto attack, you have to get in range to do melee attacks, which is kind of odd for a sorcerer. But yeah, so if you want to attack in range, you have to use your mana consuming skills, pretty much. Level 6. Yeah, this is going pretty fast. And not since the last quest do I have any loot. And that's now done. Let's go ahead and hang on, there's a dot here on the map. It says archaeologist. Let's go ahead and look for this archaeologist. There this is. Who are you and what are you doing here? Ruins of Dragon is always mysterious. What is the Ruins of Dragons? You're looking at it right now. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so he doesn't have much. It's just an NPC is telling you that these are ruins. But here's a Gelt Spider, which is doesn't really tell you what level they are, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna one-shot this too. Yep. It almost feels like there's gonna be a quest here because I do see the spider eggs down there. And as you can see in the chat box here, there is already bot spammers selling in-game currency, it seems. What is it? US 94 cents for what in return? I don't know. I don't even know. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest, and then we'll check out the in-game cash store. Let's see what's in there. Pluto first. Let's turn in this quest. Ooh, Magical Catalyst. You can launch much more powerful and cool-looking attacks if you use Magical Catalyst when you attack. Can be purchased at stores and can be made if you have the materials required for it. That's interesting. Let's deal with the wolves now, and that's going to give me new leather armor and a Bolt Magic Scroll. So it seems like you can, you know, diversify your attacks using these enchants. Skill enchanters, or whatever they're called. Oh, someone in chat just said, I'm waiting for a WoW Classic server in June, and Lineage 1. Yeah, there's some real classic MMO lovers out here. Pillow made of feathers, that's done. Oh, I can pick only one. Oh, well, Magic power potion, I suppose. And Wolf's Heart, the health food. Kind of cruel, but whatever. Okay, so let's now take a look at the cash store, shall we? DK Shop is right here. And items purchased from DK Shop can be received by clicking open. Yeah, we know that. So, there's a lot of complaints about DK Online being extremely pay to win. Let's find out why. DK Noblesse is a 30 days buff, which I suppose acts like a subscription plan. It costs $16.50, which is even more pricier than your usual WoW subscription at $14.99. So what does this do? It gives you more weight, so you do have an inventory weight system, more XP, more HP and MP, and plus for attacks. Additional benefits when using the PC Room Buff and Dion's Blessing. No idea what these are, but yeah, that's kind of pricey, right? Blessing of Dion, increase all stats for 29. Yo, these are USD pricing, y'all. These aren't even like cash up currency. Like up there it says premium points. These are straight up USD. Transformation bracelet. You can transform into whatever you want. Teleport scroll, $15 for that. Card Adore. Wow, and these are under the popular items section. Eos Dragon Stick, which is requires transformation. Ability enchantment, high combat potion. You buy an XP potion for about $1.50. A combat enchantment scroll for about $1. Huh. Convenience. Let's see. Storehouse expansion at $4.40. Jeez. Yeah, that's actually quite pricey, y'all. A Polar Fox, which gives you HP regeneration and regeneration. Costs $35. Is this really US dollars? Yeah, it says dollars right there. I'm not kidding. There should be. I thought it was just going to use the currency, but even so, that's interesting. Firefox, Magic Doll, Snake, Oath of Atonement. Increase your inclination value by 10,000. So if you accidentally kill somebody and you want to be lawful again, $1.50 will change all that. And that's basically it. So I mean, I don't see gear. I don't see like, oh, buy a sword, blah 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 blah. So it really comes down to your definition of pay to win. If when I was reading those Steam reviews, I was thinking, oh wow, yeah, they really have a crap shop. Looking at it though, the advantages in there, not so much in the gear department, but in the buffs and boost department, because the argument is that it takes forever to achieve anything. It takes forever to get anything, and without those, additional HP boosts and XP boosts, in comparison to the top players, you're just going to be falling behind, because there is PvP in this game, there is PK in this game, and if you're not spending the money, like if you don't buy that $16.50 subscription or whatever, you're kind of missing out when the rail grinding starts. So I guess I can see the argument there. I'm just surprised that the shop is blatantly US dollars, charging in US dollars, which is pretty interesting, because usually premium currency is the way to go, and then from there it goes deeper. Like it'll take into your local currency, for example, so you can make the decision beforehand, whereas this one just straight up US dollar, take it or leave it. So this is where I'm gonna have to leave you guys, heading on my way to Bolt Town, just about finishing the tutorial. So anyway, my thoughts on Dragon Knights Online. It's a classic MMORPG, as you can see by the way the game looks and everything, by some of the system in here. It's also typically an Asian MMO, so expect to be doing lots of grinding and gear enchanting and all kinds of stuff that you're probably used to if you play Asian MMOs for the majority of your gaming life. Anyway, it's free to play on Steam right now, and you can download it for 10 gigs total download, and prepare to spend lots of US dollars right up in the shop. So hit the like button if you enjoyed this first impressions look, and subscribe to MMOSWORLD for more. As ever, I'm Adrian from MMOSWORLD, signing out.